Okay, so welcome. I am back at Laguna Performance Centre, and this time I am taking out a Ducati Multistrada Enduro. This is it's going to be a bike that I'm considering getting, not necessarily the Enduro version. I would be after the S version. But yeah, we're going to take it out. Let's see my first thoughts, and we'll take it from there and see where we go. First off, she's very tall, very tall, but you do get a commanding view of the road. The mirrors are very good. Straight off of the bat, the brakes are very good. She's got Brembo M50s up the front. It's a good place to park, isn't it, Dick? So you've got a lot of stopping power there, put it that way. A lot of stopping power. The indicator switch is very light, just notice that, very light. You could spam that quite easily. It's not very clicky. She's quite heavy. She's quite heavy to hold. She's a big girl. But all in all, feels like a very stable package. Thanks, boss. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Alright, Chief. Yeah, she feels like a very stable machine. She sounds nice too. Sounds very nice, and that screen, I can't feel any wind. I can't feel any wind. This, it looks super wide at the front, so yeah, I don't know whether this is, yeah, I think this is going to be the same on all of them. That could prove interesting when filtering. Thank you, dear. That could prove interesting when filtering in London. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see. I'm going to have to put some more fuel in this because I'm planning to do way more than 60 miles today. This is a comfortable seat. This is very much like sitting on your mum and dad's sofa, you know. It's really light, really comfortable. To be fair, the bike doesn't feel, yeah, it feels a little bit heavy front end, but then I've just been out on the Super Duke, which is uber thin and super light, but no real problem getting up to the front there. But then people there have left adequate room. In London they don't always do that. Okay, there we go, now we're in sport mode, and immediately that throttle comes alive. Yeah, now you can blip it on the downshift. So that's interesting to note. You can't do that in any, well, you can't do that in touring mode. I very much doubt you could do it in urban or enduro either. So yeah, that's something to note. You know, you've got all various readings there, and you've got your trip counter, you've got your consumption, temperature, you've got cruise control, dick lights, indicators, flashy, heated grips is up there, kill switch is there. So yeah, you've got quite a bit. She is quick. She is quick. Quick but comfortable at the same time. I wouldn't go for the Enduro model though, because I don't like the look. I wanted to kind of test ride the S model, and I suspect actually that the salesman is trying to push me towards getting the Super Duke, so that's why he's given me a model of the Ducati that I don't really want. I wanted the S, not the Enduro, because I don't want the Enduro. Other people can have it, but I don't like how it looks. And colour scheme looks shit in my opinion. It looks very dull and gloomy. A bit like the British weather most of the time. Alright, let's slow it down. Yeah, it's a nice ride. It's a nice ride. I mean, it's very smooth over the bumps there. So this and the S model have the Skyhook suspension. You can just see down there. So yeah, it's got that for your comfort. So that's it. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I mean, with the Sport, I think the suspension will be in the firmest. I mean, this is interesting because this is quite loud for a Euro 4. Not that I'm complaining about that. That's a good thing. I wouldn't complain about that in the slightest. So yeah, I want something a bit more. But at the same time, I know what my objectives are next year. Like, I want to go and do some decent touring around Europe, which means I need something that I can load up with luggage and just piss off. And I can do that to a point with the Super Duke. I can do that to a point with the Super Duke because it does have luggage options, but don't know. I mean, I had it on the motorway. I didn't show that in the review of it, and it was good. I suspect this will be obviously better because you've got the benefits of this adjustable screen here, which you can move up or down quite easily whilst you're riding, which is good. You know, and I'm riding quite comfortably one-handed here, which again, you know, when you think about it objectively, like, this is a bike, again, you could get on, ride through the night and all the way through the next day. Like, I think this is one of those bikes, it's such a good crossover. I'm going to put it back into touring. Well, actually no, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in urban. No, I'll put it in touring. And there you go, it's back in touring. So I think this is one of those bikes where you could, if you really wanted to, you know, if you wanted to push on, if you're like, no, I've got some miles to do today, you know, you could just fill her up and just go, you know, and you could really, you know, get a shift on. I don't know, I'm gonna have a look around for compartments and stuff, because the GS has a lot of up front compartments. Now, the older Multistradas used to have ones up there, which a lot of people would kind of scoff at and go, ooh, what do you need one of them for? Well, thinking about it objectively for a second, you don't want to, even if you're the king of faff, which is the Baron, then you want, when you're on these toll roads in France or Germany or wherever, that you want your bank card and stuff easily accessible. Man, if I was on a super bike, I'd friggin' destroy him. Right, so switch it on, set it, knock it up to 70, and there you go. So nice and easy, it's set at 70, it's just chilling. Alright, so I'm going to take my hands off, see? Nice and easy. That's just, you know, absolute cruising. Now, I've got the screen up, so I've got decent protection from the wind. There's a little bit of buffeting around the outside, but there's nothing, you know, major. I'm very comfortable in the seat, you know. I feel like my legs in particular feel very nice, you know, really protected from the wind by the bulges in the front. So you know, in times when you're riding through the pissing rain, that's a really nice touch, because I just get the feeling that you're going to stay really nice and dry on this. You know, you're not gonna end up soaking wet through or looking like you've pissed yourself if you get caught in a downpour. You know, it's very, you get very good defilade from the wind, which is amazing. I'm surprised pleasantly by that. So obviously on the motorway at the moment, just cruising. See, I'm not even holding my throttle hand on the throttle. Just cruising, and we're doing around. Let's round it up, because this is an average consumption. I'm not going to go through the menu options on the fly at the moment, because you can get lost in the menu systems on this bike, which I don't want to do whilst I'm riding. But we're looking at around about 46 miles to the gallon as an average, and I've been spanking through lanes, I've been through some town, and now I'm just doing a bit of motorway work, you know, so that's a very good all-round figure. You know, I think you get some decent mileage out of the fuel tank on this bike. I don't think it's greedy with the consumption of fuel, considering she's pretty heavy. I think she's around 240 kilos, 245, something like that. It's a big girl, very big girl, in comparison to the Super Duke, which is around 180. So that's very chilled out, relaxed. You know, it's there. Don't get me wrong, it's got what it needs to push on when you really need it to. It has got that. It's got what you need to push on when, if you're like, no, I need to get some major miles done today, this will do it, you know. And I think you'll get a good range. I think you may even get close to 200 miles out of a tank on this. I really do think you would. So I think it's got everything that you could possibly need. This is, for me, I think this is what I'm trying to say, is this is a bike that could function as a car. And by that I mean you get all the benefits of a car, i.e. the luggage space, the comfort, etc, etc, but you don't get any of the drawbacks, like being stuck in traffic or any of that shit. You've just got so much. You've just got so much there that when you want to use it, you can. And I like that. And you've got a lovely engine note as well, which accompanies the soundtrack. So yeah, I really do like this. I really do like it a lot. I think for me this could be it. This could be it. You know, I don't get me wrong, I love the Super Duke, and that bike made me feel super alive today, but no, it's just there on all the levels that I need it to be there. And it's got really good performance. I would enjoy riding it so much, I'm going to struggle to get off of it when I get to work. The only bugbear that I have about this is fucking neutral is impossible to find. I think that seems to be the case on a lot of twin bikes, but for Ducatis it's been just unbearable. So yes, not overly keen on the fact that neutral is just so bloody difficult to find, but that you know, I suppose once you get a quirk worked out, I'm really being nitpicky there. Once you get a quirk worked out, you can sort that out. It's not a big deal. Okay, other drawbacks to this. Probably the weight. If you dropped it, it's going to be difficult to pick it back up again on your own. But then I work out a lot at the gym, so that's not really a problem for me. There's a little bit of soreness in my knees now, but I've been riding 3 different bikes today, so I'm not going to hold that against this. I think it's to do with the fact that I've been moving around a lot on different bikes and what have you. So yeah, I'm not going to hold it against this. Ever that you could possibly buy. But if you want an all-round bike to use all year round, do everything that you need to do. Put it this way: if you're thinking, I can just about afford a car, but it's going to be like crappy kind of car, then just don't buy a car. Get one of these. Get one of these. Because this has got supercar performance and a top end of north of 160. It's enough to destroy a lot of Beamers and Audis that are limited to 155. Ah, see, people don't think about that. So yeah, in summary, I think this is probably the best all-rounder that money could buy. And yeah, at the moment, this is my #1 choice. Let's see if anything knocks it off the top. Alright, goodbye.